Welcome again, farmers, to my YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing on how you can be able to use your backyard to construct a poultry house so that you may be able to start your thriving poultry farms. So in the previous videos, we were doing different kind of poultry houses. We were doing what we call now the deep litter system, and now our client requested that we do now the self-cleaning poultry house. So guys, if you are watching me for the first time, my name is Lenson Mumo, and I assist farmers to launch successful and sustainable poultry farms. In the past 3 years, we introduced the Saso F1, which we sell at 100 Kenya shillings. And we also introduced now the broilers, we sell at 105 Kenya shillings. And we have also introduced now the commercial layers, which we sell at 150 Kenya shillings. This is for day odds. If you want point of lay, either for commercial layers or improve Kienyeji, Saso or Kenibro, we will give you at 850 Kenya shillings. So you are wondering where you are going to start your poultry farm. NEO-HEN Farms, we are your one-stop shop for poultry products. We'll be able to start and walk with you the journey up to the end. So guys, welcome now to today's video. We discuss now on how you can be able to start a poultry farm at the backyard of your home. So come with me, I show you what we have been able, I've not been able to cover what we were doing from day one up to the last day, which is today, where we are finishing and commissioning now this project now to the client. As you can see, these are now the backyard space where we constructed this poultry house. And many of the times is when poultry farmers make a mistake when constructing poultry houses, because they don't understand which poultry house best suits them, which poultry house is enough for their chicken, or how much money they need to construct a poultry house. So today we shall be walking step by step so that we may be able to understand what is required for you to come up with such kind of a poultry house. Or if you are not able, I have a well-equipped team and a very competent team which we have trained, which can come and do the poultry house construction on your behalf. So welcome guys. So the first thing is here. When we came now on this site, we looked on it, then we advise now the farmer, he can be able to utilize this backyard. You can see now, this is now the shorter side to utilize this backyard. That is now the fencing wall. And now we have this now the front side. We shall be moving now in the poultry house to see what really happened. So the first thing after we came here, we were able now to identify the orientation of the wind. So we realized winds now come from the back side, now coming to this side. So we end now to enclose the other side fully. It will be enclosed by that wall. And this is the front side, which will also act as the ventilation side. And now this is also the longer side, and we have the shorter side. Let's see now what is in this poultry house. So the first things are these round posts you are seeing here. So when you are constructing a poultry house, make sure, number one, let me have this one, because this one we are going to see. These are the logs which we cut now from the main round post. If you are able to see these logs very well, these are now the treated round posts. Don't use any kind of a round pole when constructing a poultry house, because it will make your house very weak within a short period of time, because it will be affected by termites. Then it is going to go down within a short period of time, and you will be able now to lose your money as an investor. So number one, make sure you use treated round posts in your poultry house. It will make your house go for a longer period of time, and you'll be able to save cost on the repairs which come with poultry house construction. So the next thing, you have to start now with the excavation of the holes where you need the round post. We normally do around 2 feet for the round pole where we are going to fit it. Then we normally use now the 6-inch. Let me show you another very important aspect we also introduced. We realized in very many places there is now the termites, and we realized after even treating now with the gladiator, we realized we need to also improve. So we normally cover the round poles again now with this PVC paper, which you can see now it is coming here. It is also on that other round pole, as you can see over there. And also the other ones, I hope you can see now from inside the other round posts, you can see they are covered with a PVC paper to ensure that the longevity of this poultry house is going to go for a longer period. And we make sure we select the biggest round posts to prevent now the house from collapsing due to weight, which is from the chicken and also the roof. So make sure you also get a good size for the round post to ensure that you do the right thing when it comes now to your poultry house construction. So this is the number one aspect, which is very crucial when you are constructing your poultry house. I have in the previous videos told you don't need to use very expensive materials when constructing your poultry house. The next thing we considered when we were constructing this poultry house, we wanted to have a ventilation side. So as you can see, we are on the finishing. As you can see, my masons and the carpenters are doing what they do the best. This is now the ventilation side. So this is the place where the birds will be able to breathe. And don't use now the wire mesh on this ventilation side. I always advise you can use the chain link, as you can see now here, and you can use now the chicken wire, the small millimeters. This one, this half-inch is the best to ensure that there is no predator which can enter in the poultry house. This one, this the taplon is going to be raised during the day, then at night, or when it's raining, it's going to come down to ensure that the birds are safe when they are now in the poultry house. So the other thing, make sure you get the best taplon. I've seen in my breeder farm, I use the taplon, which is cheaper, the greenish one. So make sure you get the best quality, like this one. This is the one which is used by the lorries, which carry cargo from, you understand it, the one we use now for lorry. Make sure you use the best so that it may be able to serve you for a longer period of time. So that's the other thing we used. So the other things, let me come inside so that we may be able to discuss now in details. So as you can see here, what is happening here, we are preparing now the stairs. So I have told you this is now the self-cleaning house. So this is the stairs. The room will, the poultry house will have 3 compartments as for the client's request. We have the first one here, getting that small poultry house. Then we have now the second one. Let's just get in over here. Let me try to jump. Though I'm overweight nowadays. Lucky I've managed now to come inside the poultry house. So when we talk of self-cleaning poultry house, you can see now on top of this poultry house, we have done some blendering here. Then we have used now the heavy gauge wire mesh, as you can see now here. Then now we have used now the plastic mesh here, which you can be able now to get from our breeder farm at around 8,000 for 25 meters roll. So the advantage of this plastic mesh, this one does not rust and it will take the client very many years. Also, it does not hold now the dirt now from the chicken. The droppings will pass through this mesh, then directly now to the ground, as you can see now. And then they will be able to sweep either in a day or in 2 to 3 days, depending with how they will need now that process to be done. Now, this is now the first step. Now, let's get now to the second aspect, which you can be able to see in this poultry house. So in this wall, we are going to have this wall now go up to cover this fully. This is for biosecurity, to ensure that there is no person who can enter through the poultry house through the back side of this farm. As you can see now, these are the neighborhood and these are now the place where somebody can access. So we are going to ensure that this wall now goes up to the time it reaches now to this type beam you see here, to prevent now thieves and also other animals from accessing the poultry house. So these are some of the most crucial aspects you need to understand when it comes now to poultry house construction. So in this case, the client now needs to have 3 batches of chicken in this poultry. As you can see, my team, they are still on the process of doing now the small finishings, so that we may be able to hand over it latest today to the client. So we can see the first cubicle here. This is now for chicks. Then this is now for the growers chicken. Then the other one here is now for the mature chicken in this manner. So you will be able to have different birds in this case. But one thing I've realized majority of farmers make, if you use bricks here or you cover fully, the ventilation side is going, the size of ventilation is going to go down and the air circulation will be minimal. So this means the birds will not be able to get clean air. So make sure when you are separating, you can use this wire mesh, you can see here, and you use now this chicken wire. The other thing I've realized very many farmers also don't put into consideration is when it comes now to the roofing. So we have used now the roofing design we normally call the flat roof design. As you can see, we have used the 4-2 timber, and for the runners, we have this the 3-2 timber to ensure that we get a perfect roof now for our farmer as you can see in this simple manner. For the iron sheets, we have used now the dumuzas, or you can use the maisha mabati. For a poultry house, you don't need to use the best grade of iron sheet, because a lot of money is not going to go now to the poultry house. A lot of money now goes now to the stock, and in the stock, a lot of money will go now to feeding, around 70% of the total cost of production. So poultry house, you just do it in one time, but make sure you make an affordable poultry house so that you may be able to save money and be able now to run your poultry farm in a sustainable manner. So we will be working with this client from the beginning now to the end to ensure that the client do the right thing in this poultry farm and will be able to succeed in the process of rearing his chicken in this poultry farm. So if you are watching me for the first time, we will be able to walk with you step by step out the time you are going to have your poultry farm start running and start making profit for you. So don't worry, I don't hesitate. My number is there on bio. This is the part 1. I'll be giving you part 2 and part 3. I'll be able now to guide you step by step what is required for you to start a successful poultry farm. So you can be able to call me. My number is +254 717 213 083, and I'll be able to come with my team and be able to give you this kind of a very beautiful and wonderful poultry house for your chicken. You don't only construct the poultry houses, we are going also to give you the best chicks possible. We have a breeder farm which will give us now the Sasso F1 chicks, which will supply to you at 100 Kenya shillings, and also the commercial layers at 150. And if you need the brooded birds, you are going to get, and we are going to ensure that we work with you step by step out to the end. The next video, we shall be now doing the stocking of this poultry house, and we'll be able to show you what we can be able to do. So you give us a call, and we'll be glad to assist you launch your poultry farm. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching. Let's meet on the next video.